If you would have told me a year ago that I'd lose weight, feel healthier, and actually enjoy the process, I would have laughed. But that's the power of Weight Watchers. Let me explain. Almost exactly a year ago, I was on my way to France, a trip delayed back in 2020, but finally happening 4 years later. In the Toronto airport, on our way to the French Riviera, I took this silly selfie. It's the same one you see as my profile picture on this channel. And I chose it because in that moment, I felt light, joyful, and free. Feelings I didn't realize I was about to lose in the months that followed. Maybe you've had a season like that too, where life piles on and food becomes comfort. For me, it was September through December of last year. On that trip, I got COVID, and by the time I came home, I was tired, overwhelmed, and struggling to figure out what was next in my business. And before I knew it, none of my clothes fit. By December, I knew I couldn't keep doing what I was doing, and almost serendipitously, I saw 2 Instagram posts that changed everything. The first one said, "Uncommon advice. If you don't know what to pursue right now, pursue yourself. Pursue becoming the healthiest, happiest, most healed, most present, most confident version of yourself. Then the right path will reveal itself." I'm sure you know the feeling when a quote feels like it was written just for you. That's exactly how I felt in that moment. Right then I realized to be the healthiest, happiest version of myself, I needed a plan. And not long after, I saw an ad for Weight Watchers. And without overthinking it, I signed up. I promised myself that on the first Monday of the new year, I'd start fresh. No more restrictive diets, no more cutting out whole food groups, just a plan I could actually live with. And that's exactly what happened. Hi there, I'm Krista, and welcome to the Hot Air Balloon Project, where we let go of what weighs us down, both literally and figuratively, so we can soar to the life we've always envisioned. On January 6, 2025, I stepped on the scale and saw 218.2 pounds. I was shocked, but instead of sitting in the shame and guilt, I decided to use it as fuel. This time, I wasn't looking for a quick fix. I was ready to make a change that would last. I promised myself that when I turned 50, I'd be stronger than I was at 40, and I haven't looked back. The good part of Weight Watchers showed up once I realized this wasn't just about losing a few pounds. It was about building a lifestyle I could actually enjoy. Sure, that first week was exciting. I lost 5.4 pounds, and I'll never forget the motivation that gave me. But what really hooked me was how easily I could make the foods I love fit into my points. I'm talking pizza, nachos, even pints on the patio with friends. I wasn't giving up my life to lose weight. I was living my life while losing weight. And maybe that's the part that matters most. It's sustainable. There are no off days. If I have something indulgent, I track it and move on. No guilt, no starting over on Monday, just progress. That's a huge shift for me because before Weight Watchers, I spent years on keto. I was so restrictive that I used to dream about eating toast, and I'd wake up in a panic. If you've ever lived with that kind of fear around food, you know how exhausting it is. That's no way to live. Now, nothing is truly off limits. I don't live in fear of messing up anymore. If I want it, I track it and I move on. No more scary nightmares about eating toast. That's real freedom. 8 months in, I'm down over 40 pounds. But more importantly, I feel like myself again. I'm moving more. I'm hitting 10,000 steps most days. And I have the energy to show up in my life differently. And even more exciting, the right path has appeared, just as that Instagram post promised. That's the good with Weight Watchers. It's not just about the number on the scale. It's about the food freedom, confidence, and finally believing this isn't something you'll quit in a few weeks. This is something you can actually live with. The shame is gone. I'm no longer eliminating entire food groups or living in fear of messing up. Instead, I'm on the path to a stronger, healthier me. The bad part, you know what? I don't actually think anything is bad about Weight Watchers. So let's call it the hard instead. The hard part is that Weight Watchers isn't magic. You still have to put in the work. Some days are just hard. Life happens, and it's our choice how we react to it. The app is an incredible guide. It tracks, it encourages, it makes things easier. But the heavy lifting is still on us. At the end of the day, it's our responsibility to be honest, to log, and to stay with the process. Another challenge is staying consistent when weight loss isn't linear. You'll have weeks where you've done everything right and the scale just doesn't show what you were hoping for. That can be tough, especially if your old habit is to throw in the towel when things get hard. At the core, the hard part is saying yes. Yes to your health, yes to positive changes in how you eat, yes to finally choosing you. That's not always easy. So the hard part isn't that Weight Watchers doesn't work. The hard part is that we have to keep showing up for it. And honestly, that's the part most of us struggle with, no matter what plan we're on. The unexpected. The most unexpected part of Weight Watchers isn't the food or the points. It's how much it's changed my old belief patterns. For years, I did so well on keto. And the reason why? I was a perfectionist. Keto was black and white. I could follow it perfectly until I couldn't. And the truth is, that way of eating isn't sustainable for the long run. Weight Watchers is completely different. There's no way to do it perfectly, and believe it or not, that's actually the beauty of it. This journey has been about letting go of my all or nothing mindset. I'm learning that perfection doesn't equal success. In fact, it can hold you back. Perfection isn't a skill that serves me anymore. It's harmful to my success. But what does serve me is consistency. And while I have to work on that every single day, I now remind myself consistency wins over perfection. Because perfection doesn't exist, not in everyday life. And then there's another part of this that was completely unexpected. Saying yes to Weight Watchers, saying yes to prioritizing my health, gave me the confidence to say yes to something else. YouTube! I never planned on starting a YouTube channel, but saying yes to Weight Watchers gave me the confidence to say yes to documenting my journey here. From day one, I've been documenting this journey, and what's come out of that isn't just a channel, it's a community, a group of people who understand, who share, and who encourage. That was unexpected, and honestly, it's been a lifeline, something I couldn't have dreamt of when I first started. Weight Watchers has changed my life in all the best ways, and more importantly, in ways I never expected. The good is the freedom to enjoy the foods I love while building a healthier, sustainable lifestyle. The hard is remembering that it's not magic. It takes consistency, honesty, and showing up even on the tough days. And the unexpected has been the mindset shift, letting go of perfection, choosing consistency, and discovering a community here on YouTube that has truly become a lifeline. If you're interested in starting your own weight loss journey with Weight Watchers and becoming the main character in your own story, I've linked the latest Weight Watchers promotion below. And if you'd like to be part of my journey, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Weight loss isn't easy, but we can do this together. Thank you so much for watching. We got this, my friend. See you soon. Ugh.